And we are joined now over the phone by Mr. Ahmed Mostafa, the expert and political analyst. A very good evening to you, Mr. Mostafa. The timing of the Egyptian-Saudi summit, the significance of this visit by His Excellency the President to Saudi Arabia, and the main issues at the table, how do you view all of that, Mr. Mostafa?
Good evening, first for all the audience of United International. Good evening to you. The time is really very crucial because as we see and as we witness the whims of this Zionist Prime Minister Netanyahu, he wants to confiscate and occupy Gaza, which is technically untrue and will never take place. Because as we see every day, the resistance over there having some qualitative operations against all the whims and all the Zionist media that are propagating for this. And also because Egypt and Saudi Arabia are the main pillars of the Arab world, and they are, as you said in the report, they are sister countries, and they have deep relations. And Saudi cannot be alone in this, and Egypt cannot be alone in this. Before they are integrating each other. And Saudi Arabia and Egypt, they have the common viewpoints concerning, the matter of Palestine. Because both of them, they are adhered to, the outcomes of 2002 Arab summit in Beirut, that, yes, we may accept any kind of normalization, provided that you should give the Palestinians the two-state solutions based on the borders of 1967. And also, the coordination between Egypt and Saudi Arabia is very important and very correlated to what's happening over there in Syria, because we're supposed to coordinate with Saudi Arabia in this regard, because maybe Saudi Arabia having more relations with this, new regime whatsoever in Syria, as well as the other issues, whether what's happening in Sudan, as well as in Libya, and of course in Lebanon, in Iraq, Iran, everything, because as you know that also Saudi Arabia now they have normal relations with Iran, and also even if we are in the future having kind of normalization with Iran, we have to listen to our partners in this regard. Also the coordination with the United States of America in this regard, because Saudi Arabia and Egypt are still partners for the United States in a lot of issues. Therefore, Egypt and Saudi Arabia, I think they have a lot of files or a big portfolio they are treating with jointly in that respect.
Yeah, Mr. Mostafa, we know that you're an expert on Iranian affairs. We've heard the Iranians today saying, words that are being laid out that indicate that we could have round two of the Israel-Iran war, possibly, the friction with the United States is could escalate back again. Do you see that? Do you view that? And also, this is the first time that President Sisi and the Saudi Crown Prince have met since the Israeli Premier's remarks regarding the so-called Greater Israel. Of course, there have been condemnation from both Cairo and Riyadh regarding these statements, and the statement and the plans in the West Bank, and the aggression on the Gaza Strip, and the fact that Egypt played its role as a mediator along with Qatar and the US, and but after Hamas agreed, now it's the Israelis who don't want what they had agreed to in the very first place. I mean, there are a lot of issues here on the table. There must be a lot of issues in our turbulent region that are being discussed by the leaders of two of the biggest countries in the region.
Yes, as you said, the agenda is like a pregnant of a lot of issues, as we are saying in Arabic.
Yeah.
Therefore, yes, the coordination is crucial. As you said, concerning, for example, we're starting with the Iranian issue. Yeah, the Iranian issue is said possibly, or it could be in case Israel thinking one more time to have this. But the good thing in that respect that even, the leaks we got even from the United States and once Trump dealing with the mentality of a money lender, he cannot bargain or he cannot just give more money and facilities to Israel to do it one more time once they already got the demolition of 50% of its infrastructure, including strategic and scientific and things like that. It was really scandalous for Israel in that respect. Therefore, the Americans are very hesitant in that respect. This is from the leaks that I got and according to my review of the American media every day. And all the top-level generals in America just menacing, Trump to listen one more time to a liar, or like a kind of, a swindler like Netanyahu in that respect, because he will not come again to a quagmire in the Middle East, especially after the scandal of, Israel and what offered to them from the Iranian side. Also, we have another important file we didn't mention, the outcomes of Alaska, summit, and I have several or 3 articles I wrote and expected that Putin will win in this regard. Of course, after this winning, it's a good remark for Egypt and Saudi Arabia, because Egypt and Saudi Arabia also, they have a good partnership, a strategic partnership, and Saudi Arabia is the last country that entered or had the access to BRICS. Therefore, also Russia can put a new pressure on Israel, because once they already get rid of this burden of the Ukrainian crisis, Putin, he will have like a greater ambition just to come to the Middle East and having like a greater impact on the Middle East.
We will see, of course, what the upcoming days will and weeks and months will bring ahead. Thank you very much, political analyst.